So welcome to our Amsterdam token presentation. My name is Christian Nicolai, and I'm right now sitting here in Ubud in Bali. And I will talk you through an investigation about a really amazing city called Amsterdam, and about a really amazing initiative from Unit, like raising a token for the city of Amsterdam to use in the economy and within the people of Amsterdam to use a cryptocurrency from Unit, the Amsterdam token, to trade, to exchange currencies, to communicate, and to raise value. So that's about the presentation. My background is business. I'm a consultant, trainer, coach, and I've been looking into that city because I'm kind of a little bit in love with it. And I think it's easy to fall in love. Everybody, I think, will agree who has ever been there, because Amsterdam is an attractive city, globally. And I'm going to hit you with a lot of numbers here and lots of best in and kind of things. Amsterdam is an attractive city and rated number 6 worldwide, which is really high, for a city which has not less than 1 million people. And actually, I've been on that ferry wheel here a couple of years back and overlooked Amsterdam. So it's a good reminder to see that picture. What we're going to talk about today is a little bit about what is the city, how amazing it is, how it got started, a little bit about the history, and then how does Amsterdam work, what's happening in the work environment in Amsterdam, about the people, the crypto scene, the blockchain, and then finally an outlook. So it's going to be a good kind of one-way talk here. I'm sharing with you about my research and about my knowledge about the city. And then at the very end, I'd like also to win your interest in how you can get involved with Amsterdam token, with Unit, with me, with the team. So I'm really looking forward to share that with you at the very end. So Amsterdam is amazing. There is a lot of major achievement of the city, especially in the last years. So the quality of life index is really high. It's number 12 in the world. If we look at cities, it's really popular. There's a lot of tourists coming in there. And it's already a very digital city. So number 3 in Europe is high, thinking of other, London, Paris, think about all the cities in Europe, Barcelona, Berlin, Munich, just all the in Scandinavian cities. There's a lot of cities and it's very dynamic. So a lot of changes happening there. So it is an amazing city, but there's more to the amazing part of it. What's happening in the city, it's one of the most open-minded city. And that is, you can only experience that if you walk through the street of Amsterdam. But what is actually more challenging and more really awesome is driving through the canals of Amsterdam. Some facts here, and I don't want to touch on all of them, but we have a kind of around 70 co-working spaces already in the city. There's 175 nationalities, Bitcoin ATMs, of course. We have tons of bars and cafes, 300 coffee shops. I think that's Amsterdam is also very famous about in the world. Lots of boat houses, 14 million tourists before COVID came in. We have 3 red light districts. And that's also amazing how Amsterdam cares about their workers in the red light districts. If you go there, you'll learn about really they're socially secured, and it's really a safe and very interesting area to visit, not only to just look at it. And Amsterdam is known for bicycles. And it has been ranked as the safest city in Europe. So that's cool. You can really walk around Amsterdam anytime. It's the capital of the Netherlands and the largest city. Currency is the euro, of course, for those of you who are not in Europe. And what is amazing is that the city is actually placed below sea level. And it is like built on many islands, 90 small islands. And there is poles used to build the city on poles. So there is 11 million wooden poles where the city is built on. I think the main station is built on like several thousand poles, the train station. And Amsterdam has more canals than Venice and more bridges than Paris. And it's a really multicultural international city. Best work-life balance in the world. The Netherlands ranked #1. And it's not just because of the magic mushroom bars, which this picture like suggests, but it is doing well in terms of jobs, earnings, educations, and skills, personal security, environment quality, civil engagement, and health status. So the Netherlands is caring about their people, and they produce results. #1 in the world, is attracting people, and they're moving over, and the city is really like cool. And it got started like with this open-minded character, like very early. I just want to start here in the like 1300s around, where trade was really starting in Amsterdam, and the free passage of trade was really like the crucial point here to kick the city's business economy off. They started to get traders in. They weren't connected to the water yet. They had just had the rivers going through, the Amstel, and they got the license from Hamburg to import beer. So the basic was set. And then in the golden age, Amsterdam started to really travel abroad, and that is when everything more or less changed. Trips to India and Indonesia, Indochina, they led to huge commercial success, spices, trading, and then within 30 years, Amsterdam became a very cultural city. Rembrandt, not to talk about other artists, really took that to that place. Industrialization, there was a channel built between the city and the North Sea or the Atlantic Ocean to connect that with the North Seas. That acquired an important position, again, more trading. And then South Africa started, the diamond business, which the city is known for. And of course, then in the 20th century, a home of the first oldest airline, KLM, in Schiphol Airport. And the world wars were kind of like, they were hit, but not destroyed. The city is really like very well preserved. And then in the 70s, many like foreign immigrants were like changing the picture of the city and making it an open-minded city. Next topic, I'd like to share a little bit about like how the city works. And it is attracting to new talented and new business. This open-minded character, which is really the red thread, the storylines through the overall city's development, it is attracting new talent. It is #6 worldwide in global power city when it comes to attracting new business and talents. So people are moving there because they see that they find good people. And it is a tech city of the future, Amsterdam. It ranks #4 in promising prospects for startups, tech innovations, and investments. So people are attracting people, and that lifestyle is suiting our new entrepreneurship, digital nomad behavior, work environment, which people find in Amsterdam. One of the most valuable tech hubs or tech ecosystems in Europe. The wealth has risen to 73 billion in 2020 from just 10 billion in 2015. So in 5 years, like more than 7 times. So the tech companies are moving there because they really like that ecosystem in Amsterdam. And it is one of the smartest cities in the world, took number 9th place in the Smart City Index, moving up from 2 spots from 2019. So like fast internet, very well connected, that helps, especially for all the tech people in the world. This is like the backbone of their work. You can work everywhere and you're well connected. And it has a top position for intellectual property. The Netherlands took the 7th spot in the Global Intellectual Property Index. And so that gives a full comparative assessment of handling how these assets are handled across in 52 countries around the globe. So that also gives security. So there is a good working environment for tech startups, and who makes that possible in the city? And the people of Amsterdam and are making that possible. First of all, of course, the politicians. And here I want to say, like, we have a female mayor in Amsterdam since 2018. Femke has brought, like, if you see on the right-hand side here on the picture, 1, 2, 3, 4 women. So there is like out of 9 people running the city and the major and elder persons college, there's 5 women. And her course is really based on 2 concepts, freedom and pragmatism, which I personally like a lot, but not me only, but many others. So she wants to really apply that concept to the economy, the welfare state and the environment. So the government should take more action, and the city is seeing results. That's really cool. And based on the politics, of course, there's key players from business. And we have all the like traditional business in the Netherlands here representing open-minded people. And that is really like, again, I want to say that here, they want to be one of the top 3 most innovative regions in Europe. So, and they know what they need to do, and they have already started going down that avenue. And we'll see that when we come to the crypto section. So the city works on smart solutions. They challenge the urban topics for the future. They have produced results, like provided service to over 17,000 internationals who settled in the Amsterdam metropolitan area in 2020. And last year, they had a record-breaking 161 international companies settled in the Amsterdam area. And they're all contributing to that. And they're working hand in hand, the councils, the mayor, elder persons, and the businesses. Amsterdam's spirit of commerce and excellent quality of life makes it a magnet for the startup and international headquarters. So many American companies also moved their headquarters there, like it has a competitive fiscal climate and a friendly business environment in the heart of Europe. They're well connected. And the domestic product is built on innovations and investments. So those people take responsibility, and the people you see here, they all have official roles, not only in their businesses, like we see here, William, the person in the upper left-hand corner from KPN, which is a provider. They have official roles and helping the city prosper. The crypto scene is seen, of course, like Wessel Simons here says, if Amsterdam is wise, the cities will focus on the cryptocurrency sector. And they already see results. They're attracting these people, and Amsterdam is one of the crypto trading hubs in Europe, apart from the Zug in Switzerland, Liechtenstein, London, and Austria. And it is home to several tech unicorns already, startups, and it has a thriving cryptocurrency ecosystem. Companies like Bitonic, which is a broker exchange, they started in 2012 already, one of the pioneers. And it is foreseen that in the next 10 years, there will be a lot of mergers and acquisition expected in that cryptocurrency space in Amsterdam. Today, there are already 300 to 500 people full-time working in that sector. So we see the environment is attracting that and supporting it. By, for example, a blockchain expo, which is like happening this year again in Amsterdam online, on a live event in November. The city has been one of the largest in Europe in terms of numbers of banks. Of course, we know Amsterdam is a bank city, so they attract financial talents to the city. And of course, with that comes also the connection to cryptocurrency in today's world. So there are the right conditions for that to flourish. And there are multiple startups here in the city. You can use cryptocurrency to pay in many like business already on the streets. And there is also the Bitcoin Embassy in Amsterdam, which is a community of crypto enthusiasts working on a variety of events and projects. So that scene is there. You can feel it in the streets. If you look into the research of the city, it's like weaved into the business, kind of very natural already. And so we have these blockchain startups, and they are focusing on all kinds of different aspects and very innovative. It has a growing tech scene, saturated with startups, but there is already like some big names out there. We have tech conferences, lots of conferences. Amsterdam is known for that. There is one tendency we see that not only the new startups are going into the cryptocurrency area, but also the old business is starting to move into this. And one legendary meetup is happening in Amsterdam. It's called the Bitcoin Wednesday from the Bitcoin exchange, like where really the scene is meeting and striving and driving the development. Practically, it's well connected, so you can move via train, like especially these days important where like plane rides is not so easy anymore. It's really the center. They want to connect it to London also with the train. It has a standard of English talking in between the Netherlands people, highest in the world. And there's co-working spaces all over the city. So amazing for like you want to like start your business. Amsterdam is a good environment. The outlook on the city is the ambitions for 2025 is there's 5 major areas the city wants to focus on. One is mobility. So in 2025, all urban traffic will be emission-free. That's a tough target. Health, more important than ever after our pandemic. In 2025, citizens in the Amsterdam metropolitan area will live 2 years extra being in healthy condition. Like that's a steep target. Digital connectivity will be like the top place in Europe for data-driven innovations. That will support, of course, our blockchain and cryptocurrency development. And the circular economy, like Amsterdam known for that it has been a key to find solutions for the shortages of raw material. And we see that in the overall development, Netherlands being one of the like top exporters in the world with no raw materials at all. Like the country has just like a little space of area, and they are like also very high on agriculture export as a country. Jobs of the future, that's the last target for Amsterdam. So they want to like be really the top place for job opportunities in Europe. So they need to attract talents, like because talents attract talents, people attract cheap people. So we need the best so that more of those people will come. And for that, we need the environment. And here we want to support with our Amsterdam token. So the outlook on our token is like, what are we going to do? So we will have a Amsterdam Forum, especially only for Amsterdam, where we'll invite change makers, like startup participants, politicians, traditional businesses, like technologists in Amsterdam, or who have a history with the city, to talk about Amsterdam. So that's happening on the 16th of December. Then we will launch our Amsterdam token with a supply of 100 million tokens, with the target to support that economy with a token, which is backed with a treasury. We have had other talks on this platform here today, where we're going deeper into the how we're going to raise tokens, but we want to do this in 5 rounds, which, as you can see, and then we will continue with 2 conferences a year. So starting that with our event in December, and then next year, 2022, we'll have 2 additional events supporting our ambition, supporting the city's development with a special token for Amsterdam community. Good. So now, talked about Amsterdam, it's now time for you to make a decision. You want to join our team. We have a city team of 200 people building during the next couple of months, supporting the city. Of course, being in Amsterdam is something, but connected to an Amsterdam is really is nice, and support that thriving network. We support this initiative with our unit overall growth framework, which is based on 6 pillars. It's the unit foundation, it's the conferences, it's the ventures, and the masters, the university, and the news. So that is the unit framework, but we will translate that to the Amsterdam core team. So we will have a core team as a foundation, and then we have conferences for Amsterdam. We have ventures to support new businesses, how they're going to start their business, how they're going to finance them with the token projects. We're going to have education community going on with our master's courses, a university, which is based bringing news together for Amsterdam, and a news channel for the core team of Amsterdam. What's in it for you if you join the team? I'd like to summarize this with these 3 words here: gratitude, growth, and green. So that's how I understand and how we communicate that out. So why gratitude? Because I feel gratitude being part of the team, the core team here, and contributing to a community and creating an economy which is transparent, fair, and secure. That's what I want to see. And I feel gratitude, and I contribute to the overall feeling of gratitude in the world. And I want to grow, and I'm using Unit, and I'd like you to see that as a springboard for your personal growth, to develop knowledge, understanding, connections, relationships, also your health, and reaching also your financial goals, seeing the opportunities coming with this a new technology, the Internet of Value, and how we are going to tokenize not only Amsterdam, but the next economy. And finally, green, which is we are basing our values on the UN sustainability goals, but we have built it, and also in our DNA, the team is supporting sustainable growth. So, and we would like to be part of it. I personally like to hang around and work and with people who have these values as the UN sustainability goals as values built into their daily lives and their DNA and their goals. So that's what's in it for you. So I would really be happy to see you on our Amsterdam Forum, which is happening, as I said, on the 16th. And it's going to be 100 speakers. Each slot's going to be like 30 minutes maximum, 20 minutes presentation. And then I would like to invite you either as a speaker or as an attendee. So he has shortcuts using QR codes, or like you can also go using the links which are mentioned here on this slide to look at our platform and apply, so that we can find topics together, design your slots, so bring in your followership and commit and contribute to the raise and launch of our Amsterdam initiative, the token, and helping the city to be even more like open and thriving, looking at the blockchain topic. So this is my presentation about Amsterdam. So we have 3 minutes left before we get into the next presentation. If there's any questions, would be happy to answer them, and I will stop sharing so that I can see you guys. And what else to say, but thank you for joining in.